Hey ladies and gents, welcome back. This is going to be part 2 to What If Naruto Was a Saiyan. So now for the next part of this, just keep it the same. I'll keep it at 150 likes for the like goal on this video. Go check out my gaming channel, link to that in the description, and let's jump right in to the What If. So where I left off, Kakashi recommended that the team go and join the Chunin exams. And they do so, obviously. And the beginning of that is actually the written exams. And that goes literally exactly the same because Naruto's not smart, like at all. That he pretty much just doesn't answer any questions. That's pretty much what he does. Just like he does before, so he pretty much does the exact same thing. Next is the Forest of Death, which I will cover because it's actually pretty significantly different. So, when they are beginning the Forest of Death, it starts off fairly similarly up until the point where Naruto is taking a pee and gets when he meets the snake. And when the snake actually tries to eat Naruto, Naruto just kind of dodges out of the way of the snake and punches it. After punching the snake like reels at the force that Naruto just put into it. Like the snake quickly realizes that Naruto does not have the average strength of a genin. He's easily high tuning level at this point, and he's kind of scared by this. Or not scared, but he's kind of worried by this because he didn't really expect such a challenge. So Naruto and the snake battle, and Naruto's never actually eaten. So Naruto doesn't really know any jutsu either. He can use like ki blasts and stuff like that, but he doesn't really know how to do any jutsu. So he's just kind of using like his different kinds of ki blasts to actually manage to be able to damage the snake. So after fighting the snake and Naruto ends up defeating it, Naruto is heading back to where Sasuke and Sakura were. And there he sees this lookalike of him perfectly say what the code was. Sasuke then punches the lookalike and says, Naruto's not smart enough to remember that. You have to be a fake. As Orochimaru reveals himself, and Naruto shows up earlier than he does usually. When Orochimaru sees Naruto, he isn't really at all impressed. He's like, oh, whatever, the Nine-Tails Fox kid. Just kind of like how he was in the original, because he doesn't know that Naruto is like insanely powerful and happens to be an alien. So when they actually start fighting, and when Naruto jumps into the fight, primarily using taijutsu, Orochimaru is pretty impressed by Naruto's strength. He's like, oh, this kid's actually pretty decent for where he is at right now. He's probably even like physically stronger and faster than Sasuke is. But he doesn't have a Sharingan. So he decides not to place a curse mark on Naruto, but we'll get to that later because they still have a fight to get through. So when they do begin their fight, Naruto can't really do anything to Orochimaru at the beginning because, again, he is high tuning level, but Orochimaru was like much beyond that. So when their fight begins, Orochimaru quickly realizes that Naruto is adapting to his speed and power very quickly. And to this, Orochimaru is just, okay, whatever, I'll keep powering up depending on how much he powers up. Until Naruto is easily at Jonin level, and Orochimaru quickly realizes that he kind of wants to put a curse mark on Naruto just because of how quickly he can adapt to situations. Like, this kid got much stronger, like, just in their, like, 3-4 minute fight. And so he does this, and he tries to put a curse mark on Naruto, but the Kurama inside of him kind of just says nope to that, and Naruto re-stands back up after a minute of antagonizing pain. He stands back up and is like, I'm ready to continue this fight. Of course, Orochimaru does manage to put a seal on Sasuke by the end of the fight, but Naruto did manage to give Orochimaru a decent run for his money by the end of it, and that's kind of just the end of that part. So they all head to my gosh, why do I suck at talking so much sometimes, man? So, they end up going under the tree, but with Naruto awake, when the Sound Genin attack, it's relatively easy for them to take them out, especially considering Naruto's much stronger than any one of them, and probably about equal to what Sasuke was when he first activated his curse mark, I'd probably say. So he easily takes them all out, but doesn't actually like break their arms or anything. So he easily takes them out, and they happen to have the scroll they need. So when Sasuke wakes up, they all head to the end of the Forest of Death, where Naruto sees Gaara. And Gaara's actually kind of impressed by what Naruto is, his pressure that he's putting off. And Gaara's like, okay, this kid's pretty strong. And he asks for Naruto's name. Naruto tells him, and he says, I am Gaara of the Sand. I look forward to fighting you in the next part. And this is where they obviously start the next part, which is the preliminaries of the Chunin exams. So Naruto pretty much kills Kiba, because it's Kiba, and Naruto's like easily 3, 4, maybe even 5 times stronger than he was from before, so he easily wrecks Kiba. Now, Sasuke ends up fighting the chakra draining dude, and obviously that fight goes exactly the same, because it goes exactly the same. Sasuke's no different in this. Sakura fights Ino, and obviously it's just the battle of the uselessness. And, you know, that's literally how you could describe it, the battle of being useless. So, yeah, they're both useless. So that fight goes like that, and I don't really need to cover any others. I might as well cover the Hinata and Neji fight. Neji wins, but Naruto still does the same thing, where he's like, I'm gonna kill you because of what you did and how you're downing this girl. Yeah, you get the point. He does the same thing, pretty much. So now, they have their little month gap, and Naruto trains with Jiraiya this time. But while he's training with Jiraiya, instead of Jiraiya trying to teach him like the summoning jutsu and stuff, Jiraiya knows that what Naruto has that grade 8 form, because the third Hokage told him about it. And he was like thinking, he's like, well, maybe Naruto could actually control that, and that would be pretty much the same as the Ten Tails. Or the Nine Tails. The Nine Tails. So, with that being said, during their training, Naruto has tapped into that form that Broly has, where he can like go into his Ozaru form without actually like transforming, but his eyes turn like that's like the brownish color. So Naruto can tap into that power right now. I know that's gonna make him really freaking strong, but it's kind of like him having a curse mark 2 kind of a thing, except he doesn't get like the, actually he would definitely get the rage boost that comes with the curse mark, so he gets that. So by the end of the training, Naruto has at least understanding of that, where he can transform into it on will. So when he begins his next fight against Neji, Naruto easily wins the fight. He doesn't even have to tap into his weird secret power thing, because again, Naruto is like mid Jonin level at this point, not low Jonin, because by the end of the fight with Orochimaru, he was freaking strong as heck. So imagine that, but times 10. That's gonna be fun. So he easily wrecks Neji and gives him his whole talk no jutsu, but with, you know, getting one shot and all, Neji doesn't really take as much of it, but he still is a better person by the end of that fight. Next is Sasuke versus Gaara, which goes the same, because it literally would go the same, and all the other fights go the same too. But when Gaara starts transforming and he and Sasuke leave and continue their fight elsewhere, when Naruto joins, he does something differently. Instead of, their fight would go relatively similarly, where Naruto's completely wrecking him with all of his shadow clones and not shadow clones, where Naruto's completely wrecking him up until where Gaara fully transforms. But instead of Naruto using the summoning jutsu, because he doesn't know that yet, he closes his eyes, and when he reopens them, his eyes have a little bit different color, and his pressure and aura just get bigger. Naruto now jumps at Gaara. His speed like 10 times what it was from what he did before. But he's still at the size of a human. So that fight is completely one-sided, with Naruto completely wrecking Gaara. Because Naruto now, probably with his Ozaru form, is like insanely high Jonin level, just because of, like, obviously Naruto is really freaking strong. So he's high Jonin level and getting on the cusp of low Kage level. So Naruto completely wrecks Gaara. There's no really denying it. He just completely wrecks him. And that's kind of just where the end of that is. But he gives Gaara his Talk no Jutsu, but Naruto isn't like on the ground also dying. He kind of just tells Gaara, he's like, leave now and change your ways, kind of a thing. So the Konoha crush happens normally, and Hiruzen gets his arm, or not Hiruzen, Hiruzen dies, and Orochimaru gets his arms sealed away. And this is where they're going to search for Tsunade. And that goes the same up until they find Tsunade, and Tsunade drugs Jiraiya, and then they go and find where Tsunade was meeting up with Orochimaru. So, where Tsunade was meeting up with Orochimaru, Naruto shows up. And Naruto, due to not being as hot-blooded, didn't actually fight Tsunade. So Tsunade doesn't know that Naruto isn't, like, that Naruto is really strong. She's just like, Naruto, don't do it! Don't fight him! He's so strong! He's too strong for you! And this is where Naruto pretty much just one-shots him. And Kabuto, by the way, is who I'm talking about. He, like, one-shots Kabuto to the ground and then looks at Orochimaru. He uses his, Ozaru form thingy-mabob, or whatever it's called, it's called the Wrathful form for Broly, so I'm literally just gonna call it Ozaru form, so I know I'm not talking about Naruto, like, fully going great ape. I'm talking about, like, when he stays in his human form, but gains the power boost, is what I'm trying to say. So he uses that, and he now looks to Orochimaru, and he charges at Orochimaru, and as I said before, Naruto's, like, high Jonin, low Kage level, so he's still not, like, quite on par with Orochimaru, because Orochimaru is Kage level, but he doesn't have his arms because they're sealed. So Orochimaru quickly realizes that he kind of wants this kid's body just because of how strong he is, but he can't perform his jutsu because Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Naruto are both there to stop him, and there's the fact that he has his arms sealed, so he can't really use his jutsu to, steal Naruto's body. So that fight goes exactly the same, where Orochimaru kind of just escapes, and they all head back to the village with Tsunade in tow. And now it's the Shippuden break, and Naruto does indeed go with Jiraiya during the break, because obviously Jiraiya wants to see what potential Naruto can unlock. Like, he knows that Naruto has potential to get much, much, much stronger. So that's where I'm going to leave this part off. I'll see you guys in the next part to What If Naruto Was a Saiyan. See you later. Peace out.